All right, all right, all right. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
What's happening, everybody?
Hey, hey.
I got plenty of popcorn going on if y'all want some.
There you go.
What's up, Highlander, Patriot Nation?
What's up, guys?
Give it a little bit to let everybody get in here. Oh, man.
You know, I watched the. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask Sax, man, how the weather is.
It's beautiful out.
Not here, man. So what was you gonna say? What were you gonna say, T?
Oh, I was going to say I watch our YouTube channel here when we're talking. And, you know, down at the bottom it says however many watching, started however many minutes ago, or whatever. And the number randomly changes. It's just weird. And it doesn't look like you really drop anybody, but it's like the count is manipulated. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works. I know it fluctuates.
Yeah.
But it's also weird that you'll see, 10 people chatting and then it's only showing 4 or 5 on there.
That's what I'm saying. It does that all the time. I've been watching it past few lives we've done, and it's just like, and on my end, a lot of the times we'll be in StreamYard talking, which comes, there's a delay. But then I'll look over on my YouTube feed on my other monitor, and it's lagged behind. Like I have to take my cursor and literally move the bar to get it current.
Huh.
So I don't know what the hell is going on. I guess my computer's got damn Tourette's.
Let me see if I can boost this thing again. All right, we'll start seeing people now.
There you go. I hadn't seen Jay in a minute.
Who?
Jay. I hadn't seen him up in here for a while.
He's probably catching that stiletto sale that's going on.
Did you see where Target is talking about how many millions of dollars in lost revenue they're going to have, and they're blaming theft?
Sure. I bet it's theft.
Well, and then you look, and they've got all this like tuckable infant toddler onesies and shit like that.
Yeah, bathing suits that's tuckable and
Yeah, it's like there's where your profit's going right there doing that stupid woke damn deviant shit. So, all right, Mama D said she talked to Jay yesterday, so that's a good thing. But
I
yeah,
know. I was looking at the Bud Light sales market. It looks like Georgia and Alabama is responsible for like 29% of the drop. Texas is like 28%. Yeah, it's up. It's your southern states,
they screwed the pooch, man. That'd be like NASCAR coming out and endorsing Biden.
Well, don't put it past NASCAR.
I'm not putting it past them, but I mean, you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
I can't even remember the last time I watched a NASCAR race.
I haven't watched NASCAR, probably seriously watched it since my dad was living. That was in 2013.
I actually turned it, was looking for something else the other day, but happened to stop on the races, and turned it pretty quick after. Oh yeah, it was. I think it was either Mother's Day or the day before, and Bubba Wallace was on with his fans, all three of them. So that was enough. Damn, the hailstorm stopped.
No, he's
He muted. It's like, damn, that was abrupt.
oh Lord.
That was
Well.
like a West Texas thunderstorm right there.
You know how it is. He gets all that crap cutting across.
Right.
So I'm actually surprised we didn't get more rain here than we have thus far.
Yeah. Look, yeah.
Yeah, Patriot Nation, I'm kind of with you there. When that whole debacle happened, that was ridiculous. And doesn't he drive the 43 now? He's got Richard Petty's.
Yeah, and I think Richard Petty was in all that shit where they pushed him up front and everything. Man, whatever.
I went to school with his. It wouldn't be his cousin. I guess it'd be his cousin's kids. I don't know where that falls in the however it works, but I went to school with some of his relatives. They were neighbors.
Mm,
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Moving right
here's
along.
what it is. Platitude.
Yep. So where do we want to start tonight? Which rabbit hole would we like to go down to entertain everybody that's here?
Well,
We have so many.
being it was kind of new to me and I've been out of the loop, I'd like to hear about this impeachment situation.
All right. Well, I'll bring you up to speed. Our favorite representative, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia, who takes very little shit from anyone. She's entered 4 different articles of impeachment. One against the bedsitter himself for the southern border and his dereliction of duty. One against Christopher Wray, who is in charge of the FBI and also another fucktard. One against Mayorkas, who is head of DHS and another fucktard. And lastly, one against Merrick Garland for being the head of the DOJ and being a chief fucktard. So she's actually filed articles of impeachment against each of them. Now, will they gain any traction? Who knows? But the point is, she's making noise and making a stink, and that's a good thing, especially going into any situation where a political party is trying to get, maintain control and, get reelected. I say give them hell,
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, take a page out of their book.
Yeah,
Swing
absolutely.
some wood. But I mean, it may not get all of them in some shit, but it may get one of them, and one's
Yeah.
enough.
Well, you know that if the DNC loses the White House, everyone I just listed is at the curb. Every one of them. Because no Republican's going to keep any of those fucktards where they're at. Unless they're just stupid.
Yeah, well, don't. It's like we were talking earlier. There's so much ammunition that the Republicans could use, but they never use it. Because they like to play nice and play sweet, and nobody likes to get labeled a meanie or bad guy up until the Democrats do it again and again and again. But yeah, you're right. Old, what's his name? Mayorkas should be, fired would be easy. Tried for treason for an open border. Yeah, I could deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. Send his ass to Gitmo. I bet he'd enjoy that. Send his ass to Gitmo. He can learn to break bread with some of his fellow convicts down there and learn all about Abba.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be a good opportunity for him. And you know,
That
of
being.
course,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, bud.
well, I was going to say the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries, that says it all right there, from New York, no less. You know, another fine blue shithole state. Dismissed, you know, MTG's efforts on trying to, you know, light fire to ass. You know, and it's funny because they spent 4 years when Trump was in office and did nothing but screw him at every turn. Now, granted, his own party participated as well because he wouldn't play, you know, nice with him. But he was right. Washington's a fucking swamp, needs to be drained. And it's not just one side, it's both.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, the paper came out finally, you know, this past week, and it was basically saying there was no collusion.
No shit.
And it's like, yeah, we knew, you know, and that basically Hillary was, you know, the one that actually was had stirred up the whole, you know, Russia dossier thing, and yeah, they spent millions and millions persecuting the guy, and you know, that's taxpayer cash right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And nobody said, "Oh, sorry." You know, there's been not a peep.
Well, they always said Democrats are the best at spending other people's money.
Yeah, they are.
That's your problem right there. See, here's what I have an idea. Now let's see if we can push this up the food chain. If you're a political party or, you know, a career politician, otherwise known as a sociopathic criminal, if you decide to go just blowing through federal funds because you want to and you think you're entitled, for the percentage, that ought to directly impact your salary. Okay?
Agreed.
And let's start making them have to flip part of this bill instead of just thinking they have these checks they can write from China and do whatever the hell they want. Start holding these bastards accountable. You want to go out and, you know, chase rainbows and Russian collusion and fly to Epstein Island and whatever the hell else you want to do on somebody else's dollar. Okay, that's cool. What you need to understand is for every dollar you go over budget, we're going to deduct it out of your budget for you and your fucktard pages and your limos and your security detail and your housing. All that shit's going to get nixed. Oh, and when you want to push all this bullshit about public school and education and pushing this, what was the CRT bullshit?
Right.
Well, since you think that shit's so great for kids and whatnot, your kids have to go into fucking public school if you're going to push that on the fucking public.
Yeah, that's the big thing right there. Make your kids go to public school.
Yeah, if it's so good for every fucking body else, your motherfucking ass, I'll be the first one out there test driving it with your own children.
Yep.
Am I wrong?
No, I think it's a good test bed for whatever policies that they have. You know, let's test it out on a politician's child.
I'm just saying, you know. I guarantee you, if you did that one thing right there, you see education change overnight.
Yeah.
If they had to be subject to the same fucking microscope through the IRS and fucking taxes and everything else, you'd see all that code change too.
Well, you saw what they just dropped the whole thing on Hunter's IRS stuff. Yeah, you know what? We're done with it. We're just going to leave this here.
Well, you saw where they pulled the entire investigative team off something on him.
Yeah, that's it.
Retribution. And that's bullshit there. Where's the pursuit of justice?
Well, yeah.
Just saying.
Hmm.
You know.
Again, rules for thee, not for me.
Okay.
You
Well,
know.
we'll see how that rolls.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, what happens when you back something in a corner?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the fangs are going to come out eventually. It's fight or flight, and
I mean, I know a lot of people that they may say, "Oh yeah, what the happened to me?" and they'll be the first ones, bow their head and tuck tail. But I also know a lot of people that, yeah, I'm not wired that way. Sooner or later, they're going to do that to the wrong one.
right.
I'm just not inciting anything. Brown shirts a fake book. Just saying. Sooner or later, somebody's going to have a different mindset and not going to be one of the sheeple. Shit happens. Fuck around and find out.
Right.
So, but Mama D's right. She was talking about the whole team against Hunter Biden was gone, and I forget why they said they did that. It was some kind of retaliation or some bullshit. And they're trying to protect Biden. I mean, there's so much dirt against that family, so much ineptitude and corruption, and just page after page after page of shit. And it's all okay if Trump says that a chick's hot and has big boobs. That shit will be running 24/7 for 6 months, and they'll be trying to lock his ass up, impeach him.
Yeah, that'd be an impeachable offense right there.
Something. They'll try to find some trumped up bullshit. I mean, look at that dumbass in damn New York, that DA. He's the epitome of a fucking idiot, and all he's out to make political points.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like, no. And this whole situation with that Marine up there served his country. And we're not talking about somebody who, we're talking about a dude that came up through the ranks and, smelled the diesel and walked the walk. All right.
Yeah.
Sergeant, right? Minding his own fucking business. This fucking career criminal, mental, whatever nutcase starts losing his shit. All he does is try to subdue him, and the same fucking DA wants to drag his ass down again. Gotta make some more political points for something that's not even fucking warranted.
Exactly. I mean, the police actually, if you go back and look, the police were like, okay, we saw everything that happened, got eyewitness testimonies. And they were like, okay, you're done. We're not going to pursue this at all. And yeah, it was that screwy ass DA just out there looking, shit. How many people in Chicago, how many melanated folks in Chicago die each week? A lot, shooting themselves. And it's not news. But as long as it's white on black, and the guy was just a cheery street performer that gets killed by some white guy, oh my god.
Well, where Chirac made their mistake when they tore down Cabrini Green. They should have left that shithole exactly where it was and let all the thugs stay right there. Just make it a DMZ. Shit breaks off in the Cabrini Green. That you just let it burn down, blow up, shoot each other. Just let it stay right there. It's like the damn Hunger Games up in that bitch.
Right.
Just leave it be. When they tore down fucking Cabrini Green, all that shit floated out everywhere else, and it's just gotten worse because, I mean, I can't understand a state that continuously elects people like fucking Pritzker, and yes, I called him Pritzker because that's what he is, these different people they elect for the mayor. And I mean, they go out of their way to find the most corrupt, fucking idiotic, left wingnut leaning whatever, and put them in office. And then the whole state's like a fucking penal colony.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? You know? It's just like California. California's a beautiful state. It truly is. Granted, I've only been there once, but what I saw, really nice. Once you got out of damn San Francisco or Oakland, I was in Oakland. I didn't go to San Fran. Once you got out of Oakland and got in the hills, it was pretty. People were nice. Everything was nice, clean, whatever. But you get in these cities, and San Fran's and Oakland both good examples. And they're talking about all this bullshit they're doing in that state about reparations and everything else. It's like,
but
who's gonna fucking pay for this?
Exactly. But you notice this is strictly San Francisco. I mean, even Newsom said, "There's no way we can pay for this, man."
But we're okay. Even if it's San Francisco, the 10th city of 2021 or 2023. Okay,
Yeah.
The 21st century 10th city. It's like you're in the fucking Middle East somewhere, like a fucking FEMA camp. All right, where are you gonna get the money?
They don't have it. I mean,
Well, that's okay. They don't have it, so where does that mean it's gonna come from? There gotta be redirecting funds from somewhere.
oh yeah. Well, it's either redirecting funds or you will have the folks up there, Newsom and his crew saying, you know what, the rich folks that live in California really haven't been paying their fair share, so it's time to pay up so we can have some equity around here.
Well, you got it. I'm sorry.
No. You
finish your thought, because I'm about to fire off some shit. I want you to finish your thought.
Okay. But that being said, there's as woke as that that whole area seems to be. It seems to me like there would be some rich folk up there, maybe not the ones that are that you see all the time. I'm talking about people in industry, people that actually produce stuff, that actually hire people.
You mean there's a place there that does that?
I'm sure there is, because it's got to run on something. But that these folks are finally going to say, I'm not shelling out that kind of cash for people that are that can be mad at me. They can be mad at me for free. Or that would be my thought as a
Well, let's go on your tangent. Let's say that they decide to say in Bel Air, yeah, y'all got to start paying your fair share, because we got to give unemployment benefits to everybody who gets off a bus from the border. Okay, and we got to give reparations to everybody who might be a little bit darker sheen than you are. So let's say that they do that. Well, how's that going to bounce with libtards like Alyssa Milano? I mean, when she's having to shell out a quarter of her money for her little mansion or she shed or wherever the fuck she's got in Malibu or Bel Air or wherever the hell she got it. How's that going to bounce with her? Or how about Sean Penn, another fine pinnacle of blue ideology? Let's see, what's another one? I don't know if De Niro's got anything out there or not. He's another one. And it's a shame, because I liked him as an actor, but he's a fucking moron.
Oh yeah, he's an idiot.
Just Highlander's dropping some. The new IRS will be going door to door, making sure that everybody takes in several migrants. That's a possibility too. You might have to throw some. What? Here's what they'll do, Highlander. Here's how I see it. Since we're already throwing wedding parties that have paid thousands of dollars for prepaid things they've paid for, so that the immigrants can come in, and let's don't forget about all our veteran men and women that were homeless that are getting thrown out to make room for the immigrants. I mean, I guess what they're going to do now is once that taps out and they haven't got any more people they can throw out that need the housing, they're going to start throwing people out of their own houses and put the immigrants in them, and they can stay in tents in the backyard. Is that how this is going to bounce?
Look, okay. I got a plan for this shit. Okay. So they can drop off about 6. I'm fine with that. All right. Now, when they don't get paid for their fucking labor because I'm not paying them because they get room and board, right? I don't want to hear shit. I got a whole lot of land that needs a whole lot of work done. So when I pay them in fucking chorizo dip
Oh,
and salsa,
that would be delicious.
I don't want to hear nothing from the government now. I mean,
Oh, brother, you give them a case of Dos Equis and some chicharrones, and you're good to go.
if they gonna make me take them in, then they gonna have to earn it. No free room and board, and plus I'm gonna need the government to send me a hefty check every fucking week.
I'm there with you, but here's the thing: while what you're saying makes sense, they're going to say that that's not equity. They're going to expect you, just like I said, and don't put this past a Democrat with a bunch of loose wires, because they're all fucking idiots. And about half the Republican Party is right there with them. They just don't tell you this. They would rather you move the fuck out of your house and bring 3 generations of illegals up in your house, live in the backyard out of your fucking shed, and pay for the utilities and be happy about it. Because you're the bad guy. Because you were born here and because you worked and your forefathers told the British, fuck you, we're the bad guys. Okay? We are. We're the bad guys.
Plus, they get a built-in voter base.
Well, yeah, but so, since I'm not going to be, I don't roll that way, I'm going to go ahead and just throw hate in all directions. As far as reparations go, if you want reparations, you need to get your ass on Delta, fucking Arab Emirates, whatever the fuck flies across the Atlantic. Land your ass somewhere in the motherland and take it up with the fucking relatives or the damn descendants of the warlords that sold you motherfuckers to the damn British or whoever brought you over here. Because we didn't fucking come and get you. Your own fucking people sold you. All right? So we got that tabled. Now, let's go over here to the whole illegal immigration thing. All right? If your country's so fucking bad, whether it's corrupt, got drug dealers, whatever, I can hook you up with a book, and I could probably get translated in Spanish for you or Portuguese, whichever one you prefer. It tells you about a country that basically was indentured to a country, and they said, fuck you, and dealt with it, and took the shit back. Y'all can do the same fucking thing.
I'm wearing the shirt. I'm wearing the shirt and the hat right now.
That's what I'm saying. So, look, right there. Stop blaming the wrong motherfucking people. Stop taking some responsibility. I mean, I get fleeing a bad life or a bad place, but there's more of you motherfuckers than there are them. Rise the fuck up. Hell, it'd be easier for you to rise up against where you're from than it is for us to rise up here now because your country isn't as developed as ours is. You have a better chance because you ain't got to fight. Well, what was once the best military in the world, you don't got to do that. You just got to be meaner than who you're fighting. And there's more fucking of you in every fucking country you're fleeing. Pick one. I will get off my soapbox. That's my
Agreed, though.
Ah, fuck, I don't know. Look, honestly, I'm sitting there thinking about this, right? So everything I said earlier was bullshit, right? You know I'm not going to take these fuckers in willingly, right?
Okay.
However, I probably need to put a sign down there and say, whatever you're thinking about coming up here and doing, don't go to the neighbors. You know what
Just
I'm saying?
turn around. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just don't do it. It's not going to end well for either party involved.
Just put a sign that says U.S. Border Patrol checkpoint. They'll do U-turn.
Well, you just remember what your president said. Just because Title 42 is ending, that doesn't mean that the border's open.
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean,
Yeah, it does.
You know, you've done everything but build a bridge across fucking Rio Grande for them.
Well, I mean, it was never fucking closed.
Yeah,
No.
it's never been
The
closed.
only thing
Of course.
Title 42 did was gave us a little bit of leeway. Now that's gone. So, yeah, bring all your crooks, your criminals, all that shit. Just bring them on in.
Well, you know, we talked about this in the last live. I think we hit on it. You remember me talking about all those military-age Chinese males that were coming across the border, right?
What?
It don't take somebody that's a fucking rocket scientist to figure that shit out. They didn't all get on a fucking trawler and carry their ass to Mexico to get here from China. They're there for a reason. Those are not people political.
Yeah, those are not
political bullshit. Those are, man. Mark my words. And we're just sitting there going, oh, gee, we need to get them a little goodie bag with a cell phone, and, you know, we'll fly them to, you know, to Austin and hook them up with a convenience store. And I think a few of them are IT guys. We're going to make them, you know, give them a job at IBM, or, you know, put a few of them with the IRS. Maybe I hear a couple of them are really good. We'll take them and put them on Wall Street. There you go.
I think they need to do like they did, you know, there a couple times before, and start sending them back up to Martha's Vineyard, or right out to the mall at DC. Just
I
drop them off.
think y'all take every fucking one of them and send them to DC.
Yeah,
DC all look like a fucking what's that damn big ass corrupt world organization you always want, UNICEF.
NATO, UN.
Yeah, make it look like a big ass UN tent city. Cover DC the fuck up. Make it where they goddamn walk everywhere. You can't even get a car down the fucking road. Let Mayor Boozer, whatever the fuck her name is, let her figure out how to deal with that.
I mean, that seems fair. It's like, you want them, here you go.
Yeah, you know. What's up, Marines and Army Mom?
Howdy.
I'm on a tear tonight. Sorry. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, everything I said, though, is true. And I've never grasped the concept, like I was saying about the immigrants coming over from South America. I understand you come from a oppressive society or this, that, and other, but it's also a society that's not, the government and the nation itself is not as advanced as a typical Western society, say like Germany, Russia, the United States, whatever, okay? So you're not fighting the same kind of war you'd be fighting, say you're trying to challenge the government of a more developed country. You could win it by sheer numbers and just being tenacious. But no, we're going to hop on trains and shit, and we're going to smuggle ourselves up to your country and, you know, camp out there and get our goodie bag with our phone. But yet, when you come here, you don't want to integrate and become an American. You want to bring your heritage with you and like make it a little fiefdom of wherever the fuck you're from. That's not what the United States was ever about or meant to be. Am I wrong? Now, I'm not throwing shade on anybody's culture or background. I mean, that's cool. But at some point, you've got to integrate into wherever you're at, especially if you're an immigrant. Because you want to become part of where you're moving to or trying to become one of, right?
Well, a rational person would think that, yes. You know, what I have always wondered, and I've never heard anybody talk about, but I wonder, it just seems going in a little conspiratorial thing here, but it would not surprise me if a certain political party in this country had people in Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, all of these, countries down there in South and Central America that were actually operatives that were saying, hey, you know what? Do exactly what you're doing right now. That were actually instigating it, egging it on.
Yeah.
Because, I guarantee you, it's, if you've ever watched any of those TV shows down there and their news, theirs is pretty regulated. So,
Sure.
They're not going to release a whole bunch of, good time vibes come up to the U.S. sort of stuff. To me, it seems like it would only be a kind of a natural outgrowth of some of the things that a certain political party here in the States does, is to go down and instigate things and say, hey, you know what? You want free stuff? Come on up. Life's great up here.
Oh, wow, Freedom. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Going back to what you're saying, Sax, man, I mean, you're right. I mean, I guess with all we've got going on, and I'm going to get to tinfoil hat thing in a minute, which, that's me. I guess with all we've got going on, it's like death by 1,000 cuts. I've said this 1,000 times. And I guess I see all these things happening, and it's like we're being attacked from every. The people who have some common sense, the people who give a shit about this country, whether they're patriots, Republicans, independents, just average working class people, I just hate the fact that, everything seems to be weaponized against us. And I don't see, it's like they got the boot on our throat and nobody's letting up.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, all right, Inferno Joe, where's Guess That Caliber come from? Other than our own backyard in the hood.
Right. Literally.
I mean, that's how we roll. Although I have to say, the gunfire in our area has actually gone down a little bit lately. I wonder why that is.
It's been wet out.
Yeah, the weather. You're right. I didn't think about that. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, I haven't heard my regular nightly gunfire. I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, anyways, okay, conspiracy theory, everybody. Put on your tinfoil hats. This is not something I originally researched. It's something I saw on another channel. But if you look at it, it makes you kind of go, So the next time you get a chance, go and look at some of the speeches that Bedshitter gives. I want you to pay attention to two things. Okay. One, I want you to pay attention to whether he's speaking clearly and looks like he just woke up. Okay. Two, I want you to look at his earlobes. I know it sounds strange. Genetically, you either have them or you don't. You can't. You don't alter them. They don't change as you get older or younger or whatever. Okay. Just go and look and see if you pick up on the same things other people are beginning to notice. Okay. I am not in any way saying that, we got lizard people infiltrating the government or any bullshit like that. I'm just saying that there's some strange things afoot on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Just like V.
I think I could deal with V better because at least I could identify who the bad guy was.
Right. Right.
Right?
If they're eating gerbils, yep.
That's right. If they're dislocating that jaw and sucking down, somebody's kid, you might have a problem.
You're right. But yeah, to your point there, I have, the whole talking clearly or, that's dude, that is straight up dementia right there. That's
I agree it is.
But yes, I have seen that. I have seen the videos where, it shows here's what he looked like, as vice president. Here's what he looked like when he thought he was the vice president or the president, and here's what he looks like now. Yeah,
I've seen some comparisons that are recent though.
Oh yeah.
And
it's a marked change.
Yeah, there's something. There's something funky going on. I'm sorry.
Well, let's hear Botoxing the shit out of that man.
No, that's not Botox because it wouldn't change. The ears aren't going to change. They're not. They're not. I don't think so. Now, again, I'm no plastic surgeon or whatever the hell, but I'm telling you, let's go ahead and jump down this rabbit hole just for a minute, just for the sake of entertainment. Okay. Think about back when Bedshitter was running against Trump back in 2020. Let's say that, just think about this for a minute. He ran almost his entire fucking campaign from his basement. Okay. Everybody's with me. He was in his super secret bunker and wherever the fuck. Okay. Point number one. Point number two. Most of the time when this fucktard does a address, he's in a soundstage. Okay. Why do you need a soundstage? There's a press room at the White House, and there's a thing called the Oval Office. All of it is set up with state-of-the-art shit to do a press conference, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's point number 2. Point number 3. One of the individuals I'm speaking about, or should I say, when his ears look a certain way, he doesn't get in crowds. He's whisked away and taking point A, point B. He's not in there shaking hands, snipping hair, looking for underoos. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with those 3 points. And y'all have fun with that. They're all valid. You don't have to take my word for it. Do your own research. I guarantee you, if you've got more than 30 IQ points, half sober, and have one working eye, you'll be able to see it. I guarantee you. And I would never thought to look at it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. Just let me.
Oh no, I was laughing at Patriot Nation.
If I hadn't had it kind of brought to my attention, I probably wouldn't have paid it. I would never thought about it. But now that it's been put in front of me, that I can't help but see it. And I see it everywhere.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That's what
really
I'm saying.
is.
I mean, this, and don't think that, don't think shit can't happen. I'm just going to leave it right there. Again, the brown shirt's a fake book. I'm not saying anything out of the way. I'm just saying, hey, look at this and see what you think. So, I'm just trying to keep it to the title, Truth and Injustice, So, Patriot Nation, my guess is whatever confidential documents he took he probably thought were his coloring books. That would be my guess.
You scratch and sniff.
There you go. I just, I don't know, dude. I just.
Damn. Patriot Nation slinging shit tonight, man.
Yes, he is.
Oh, well.
I love it. I love it. That's what we need. I mean, I've run my mouth entirely too much tonight. Y'all say something.
Oh, you're doing great.
Well, all I'm going to do is beat a dead horse here. One more thing, and this time, I'm seeing more, and y'all can chime in on this. Is it me, or are we seeing more people getting out there and like shooting shit up and thinking they just because they think they can? I'm not talking about necessarily going and shooting someone, but like hood rats feeling empowered. Like, take for instance, riding through a QT and emptying a mag in it just because they want to show out and getting away with it.
Well, I'm oppressed. I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, I believe, especially in the area that you and I live in, that it's almost culturally acceptable to do that sort of thing. It's
It was culturally acceptable until
Till somebody whips one out and empties it into you.
Well, I'm just going to shut my mouth.
No, I mean it's true though.
It is, but I guess whatever happened. I mean, it sucks because you go in places, and I understand. I live in a metro area. You go in places, and it's not everybody's that way. But what I'm seeing is you got more and more people who don't say "excuse me," just walk in front of you and shit. You know, that dumb shit, which irritates the living hell out of me. You know, have some decency about you. And I'm not talking about just, you know, people you see in a store. I'm talking about fucking employees.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sorry, but this old dog, my filter's about to just fucking break. I'm about to start, you know, popping shit off. You know, not popping shit off verbally. Let me clarify that, brown shirts. Not talking about violence. Talking about verbally cutting loose on some of these fucktards. Because somebody needs to. So, yeah, I mean, you know, and the funny thing about it is, and most people here can tell from my accent where I'm from or the region, I can go somewhere like the PRI, and what's funny is you go somewhere there and people act like they got fucking manners. And I'm kind of scratching my head going like a culture shock or some shit, because when I was growing up, that's how it was here. But because we've got so much of an influx of fucktards now, or maybe it's the latest generation, I don't know.
I think it was the first thing that you said, because I think in more homogenous areas, where everybody has the same culture, basically that culture being don't do stupid shit, you know, and be nice to each other.
That starts at home.
It does start at home, but again, when you don't have a homogenous culture, when you have people from everywhere occupying a space that is not all that big, yeah, you're gonna have 30 different cultures there, and all of them are a little bit different. And some of them really care about, you know, life and property and all this sort of stuff. Some of them don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
And they've been taught that at the house.
Well, okay, and, you know, since we're on this tangent of gun-toting miscreants, now, I'll be riding down the road in whatever vehicle today I'm driving, whether it's a Warthog or whatever, and I'll see these wannabe Fast and Furious fucktards ripping and running up and down the road in their Chargers and their Challengers and their non-mufflered fucking BMWs and Acuras and shit, whatever, and just weaving in and out of traffic, you know, like, you know, during the next Fast and Furious movie. Where the fuck are the police? And you can hear these son of bitches day in, day out, all night long, running up and down the highway. And it's like, A, where's the police? What the fuck are you doing? Surely you can't be. And I got friends who are in law enforcement, got nothing but respect for them. But there must be a new breed of law enforcement that thinks they're permanently assigned to fucking Dunkin' Donuts or something, because they ain't on the fucking street. If my ass was going 7 miles over the speed limit, I'd have 2 fucking squad cars pulling me the fuck over.
So, okay.
But, hold on, let me finish my thought.
Okay, sorry.
There's another piece to this equation. Not only that, but these aren't cheap fucking cars. Okay? Now, granted, I understand a hood rat will get a damn 2010 Acura and put wheels on it, the sound system costs more than Blue Book value, and think they all that. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the Chargers and Challengers. Look like they just rolled off the fucking assembly line and are tricked the fuck out probably a $60,000 or $70,000 vehicle. How the fuck are they paying for them? I'm done.
Drugs is your answer there, but
Football.
yeah, yeah, football. But as a cop, okay. So would you rather have to go chase after these ne'er-do-wells, and your chances of getting, having gunplay involved go up a lot, or play the odds and pull somebody like you over, like you said, for going 7 miles over, and know that probably we're just going to walk up there, give a ticket, and we get to go home tonight.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. I respect that perspective. But if you're a law enforcement officer, you took an oath.
Oh, I agreed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying.
No, this is how I would think.
Mhm.
At least I think I would. I've never been in law enforcement, so maybe it'd be different if I was putting my bacon on the line every night. I'm not going to sit there and try to imagine I'm one way or the other. But my perspective would be, yeah, I could do that. I could ride the curb at Dunkin' Donuts, catch the occasional working Joe trying to get home to his baby or whatever, write him a ticket. Or I could be that one motherfucker that when I see somebody breaking the fucking law, and I would be in court probably more than I'd be on the beat, because I got 2 pet peeves. One is all these motherfuckers parked in front of a damn Kroger or Walmart in a fire lane.
Right.
Or being parked in a damn handicap. I'd pull my shit down and I would like double park in front of the first one. And when they all start, I said, no. You weren't in a hurry until I got here. So you park your ass right back where you're at and I'll get to you. I'm going to start with this dumb son of a bitch first. I'll just walk my way up the curb and write all of you tickets.
Yeah.
That'd be my first thing. My next thing would be all these fucking miscreants that think they're all fast and furious. I'd chase them. Because, well, okay, maybe I'll rephrase it. I wouldn't want to chase them because I already know what's going to happen. They're going to hurt an innocent person. So maybe chase them's not the right option. But I would try and find a way to catch them.
Yeah.
Because they think there's something they're not. And you're right, there will probably gunplay if that presented itself. But if all your law enforcement always take the easy way out, what chance does the civilian have that you're supposed to protect?
No, I'm total agreement with you. But you can see how that's happened, though.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. And law enforcement's hands are tied.
Yeah, and it becomes it's a self-feeding. You kind of cannibalize the police department and the good guys as well, because of exactly what you're saying. After a while, the police are just like, well, screw it. I'm not getting any support from up above. So why put my life on the line for, what I'm getting?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a great way to look at it, but
no, it's not. I understand, but I'm just saying, if you don't put your foot down on this shit, it gets out of control. It's already getting out of control. And then think of the resources and the time and effort and blood it's going to take to rein it back in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hell, if you would let the police and the sheriff's department do their job, they know where these people, you don't have to look hard and wide to find out where most of these folks reside. Nope. I mean, take the tree hippies, for example. You know, they could have ended that first day.
Yeah.
You know, with state troopers and MRAP, and you know, you could have fixed that,
Yes,
and
sir.
it would be over with. None of the tree hippies would be, you know, looking forward to going out and getting, you know, unloaded on in the forest anymore.
Nope.
Same way with you know, downtown MLK Boulevard. They know where they're hiding. They know where they're at.
Yep.
But you know, oh my God, if you drive down there in a cruiser and turn your lights on somebody, you're, you know, racist Nazi cop, and
You're a right-wing extremist neo-Nazi,
yeah,
white mayonnaise devil.
Bam.
I've come to love Duke's mayonnaise. So
Call me
hey.
Mayo, bitch.
Mayo cracker.
Oh, Mayo 1, Mayo 2, and Mayo 3.
Right.
This has been fun. This has been fun tonight.
Yeah.
It's just insane that we don't have to struggle at all to find a topic for this channel.
No,
No.
it just organically appears throughout the next few days.
Oh yeah. Makes its own gravy.
Yeah, I know Joe catches hell.
Mayo monster.
I'll tell you some shit off air about that. It will blow your mind. It truly will. Vanguard will be rolling. So, but yeah, I mean, you're right, Vanguard. We don't have to look for shit. We honestly can just sit back, and something will happen in the news cycle within the next 24 to 48 hours. They'll be like, fuck. And it won't be just one thing. It'll be like,
Oh yeah, it's a barrage
a
of
folder
stuff.
full of shit. And it's like, just pick something.
We could do a live saying whatever happens during the live, and something will come up. And this little hour that we spend on here, something will come up that we can talk about. Some tomfoolery bullshit always happens.
Absolutely.
Like, watch. I'm going to scroll over to the news links right now. Let's see what happens, right? Okay, House Freedom Caucus calls on McCarthy to suspend debt ceiling negotiations. Okay, that just happened.
There you go.
Ex-49ers fullback accused of threatening execution of a congressman from California. I mean, it's just random shit.
Speaking of random shit, real fast, for those of you who are big 2A people, I don't know how many of you follow the whole pistol brace thing. That's like 2 weeks away. If that, I think it's less than 2 weeks before it becomes a felony for you to have that pistol brace in your AR pistol. Okay. If you're not aware of that by now or what to do about that, I encourage you to start looking into it. The plan was that it would be challenged in court, and the Supreme Court would strike it down before the end of May. That doesn't look like it's going to happen, in my opinion. So if you've got one, I encourage you to do the research and make a educated decision. I'm not telling you what to do, where to do, or how to do. Just that you need to do.
So,
right.
For some people may not understand what a pistol brace is. I've actually been asked that question. So, a pistol brace is pretty much any attachment that you add on the rear end of a firearm, pistol, anything under a pistol criteria, right? That allows you to fire that weapon one-handedly. That's what their criteria category is on that. So yeah.
Yep. And these particular braces are for the AR-15. Well, you can get them on different weapons. They make them for everything now. But basically, you can use the brace to shoulder fire it. So they're trying to say that you're trying to do a workaround for an SBR, which is a short-barreled rifle, anything under 16 inches. And if you've got one come the end of May and you haven't registered it with the ATF, whatever you want to call them, I've got several names for them. I'm not going to go through them all here. That you are committing a felony. And again, you've got to make your own choice which one to do there. Hopefully it'll get challenged and struck down at some later date, but I just don't see it happening before the end of May. So if you're not aware of it and you have a pistol brace on a weapon, whether it's an AR, a Scorpion, whatever the fuck you got, an AK, a Draco, whatever, do your research. There's plenty of it out there to follow up on, and make sure that you do not put yourself in a position where any brown shirts come knocking at your door. And,
and another thing, everybody that's out there, your barrel length, because I've seen some guys say they got this idea of putting the extended muzzle brake and all that on there. That does not count. Okay, your barrel measurement is what is permanently affixed. Okay, just so you're aware. So it's something that can be removed, via Allen head or screw, whatever the case may be. That's not permanent. So it's not part of the overall length of the barrel. So I know some people try to, bypass it by doing that. That does not work. It does not work.
Now you can put an extended flash hider on there if you pin and weld it.
If you weld.
Yeah, that's a permanent fixture.
Right.
But if it's not pinned and welded, you're not doing anything except just delaying the inevitable. And the first time you take that sumbitch to the range or somewhere and the wrong person sees it, you up the creek. So know your laws. Do what you need to do to protect yourself and your family so you don't end up in the clink, because we only can break so many people out. Limited resources, folks. Just kidding, fake book. Just kidding. Don't want to strike. We're playing. Humor.
He's just playing. This is a comedy channel, by the way.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Sax Man, what you got for him, buddy?
Oh, golly. Let's see. Don't trust your government. Let's see. Question everything. And like I said, we've said it before, and I had to, just because I felt like crap for the past week, 2 weeks. Every once in a while, turn it off. Turn stuff off, and just be. It'll do your mind. It's wonders for the mental health. So that's what I got.
Man, I'd have to stay off of here for years for my mental health to get corrected. What you got there, absentee?
I have to agree with Sax, man. Unplug. It's good for you. It's healthy. I don't give a shit if sitting out front, drinking a cup of coffee, and watching birds. Just do something. Clear your mind. Spend time with your family, your loved ones. Do stuff with your kids, grandkids. Because that's, believe it or not, that's really important. And it helps you as a person, and it kind of balances things out so you don't end up, just being pissed off all the time, which is not healthy. It also reminds you of why you're pissed off, because you're trying to protect those that are important to you. That being said, if you're not strapped, get strapped. Stay strapped. stay dangerous. That's all I got.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good show, everybody. Absentee, thank you for coming on here. Sax, man, as always. Everybody out there in the chat, appreciate y'all stopping by. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Share it to anyone you think that will care. Share it to the ones that you don't think will care. Bad views or good views.
That's it.
So, anyway, looks like we got a pretty good bit of likes on tonight's video. That's good. So some random people popping in. But,
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. The channel's growing slowly but surely. If I can get these algorithms beat, we'll be okay. Just kind of have to be picky on our wordage of the titles, and it kind of tags different criteria. So I think this was a good one. But anyway, y'all be safe. Always keep your eye on the prize, though. I know we got a lot of stuff going on. There's potential wars that's about to break out, and we got 2As under fire always, right? No pun intended. But y'all just take care of yourselves. Get out there with your family. I know Sax Manatee said this a lot. I'll reiterate it. Family is the most important thing that we have. And I mean, there's no way around it. That's why we're here. That's what we stand up for. I'm actually going to manage to go fishing with my father tomorrow. So that ought to be interesting. If I can beat the weather, because it rains here every day at 4:00 for some reason. But anyway, if any of y'all want to get on here Tuesday, Thursday, whatever. I know we call Thursday open mic night, but any night is open mic. So if y'all want to get on here, by all means, let me know. I'll drop the link in here. Jump on. We'll talk about all kinds of random things. So there's no set topic. So, Joe, I will be fishing for redbreast tomorrow. If they don't bite crickets, I got some dynamite. So,
Nice.
yeah.
You need one of them old crank phones, dude. Just throw the wires in the water.
Man, you don't have to do that no more. They go online and look up something called a dip can fish shocker. Okay. T, you know where I live at, man. You know I'm an outdoorsman, right? I'm gonna catch fish tomorrow, one way or another. Right? One way or another.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know. I may have to go to the fish market, but I don't think they'll let me take my reel and rod in there. So let's see. I know Food Line got mad when I took my shotgun in there turkey hunting. They frown on that shit. Word to the wise, y'all. When you shoot the candy aisle, they get pissed off. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for coming by, and we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Night, y'all.
Night, everybody.